Greetings and salivations, everyone. I'm Krista, this is Fisher, and welcome to C-Rad. Today we're going to show you how to make ear holes in your bucket hats, so stay tuned.
C-Rad.
Hi, everybody! Well, hello, everyone. Welcome. We hope everyone's doing totally rad today. This video is a long time coming. I've had Radsters ask me on quite a few occasions to show them how to do the holes in the bucket hats for the Grogu dolls. So today, that's what we're simply going to do for you. I've got two different ways that you can do them, and I finally got a seam ripper, guys. I know people yell at me all the time when I use the scissors. They're like, get a seam ripper. Finally got one. So the first way that I usually do them is with a pair of scissors. And let me take Fisher's hat off of him so you can see a little bit better. So hat is off, and Fisher, I'm going to set you to the side for a few minutes so that I can show this up close. Are you good with that?
I'm good with that.
Alright, little dude. Boop. We will see you in a little bit. So the shark bucket hat that Fisher was wearing was one that I got from, where did I get this from? It wasn't Five Below. Big Lots. I had gotten this on one of our Big Lots trips. And we all know Fisher loves sharks, so I just had to get it for him. Now when I did this one, I did it with the scissors, and you can see it from the ear holes here on the side. What I usually do is if they have a seam, I cut right behind that seam, and I kind of cut a little triangle out, but I usually leave this flap on and then just kind of tuck it under. When you're cutting them with the scissors, you gotta kind of start by folding it just a little bit. You need a good pair of fabric scissors. I can't find mine, so I have these just to kind of show you a little bit without actually doing it. But I fold it a little bit, and then I get in really good with the scissors, and I cut just a first little hole. And then once you have that hole in there, you stick the sharp end of the scissors down in, and you just cut. Lengthwise, it needs to be about 2 to 2.5 inches long, which is usually from the brim up to the top of the hat, if you're using a toddler size hat. I find that toddler size hats work the best. That way they're not way too big on your Grogu, and they look super cute. But yeah, I cut that little triangle, I cut it, slice it down, and then kind of back a little bit so that that flap can be folded in. Their ears aren't straight up and down, they are kind of tilted a little bit, so it gives you that little bit of extra room that you need for the hat. But of course, when I showed how to do it with scissors, I did it on one video before, or when I show that I do pretty much anything with scissors like that, I always get comments from people saying, oh, please use seam rippers. So I got a pair of seam rippers, guys, and I've got this Grogu hat that I got during one of our Target merch searches. I already did the one side because I wanted to see how well it would work. And yeah, it worked pretty well, except for the fabric on this one. Yeah, it kind of frays a little bit. But that can be remedied if you get some fabric glue, kind of tuck it under and glue off those frayed edges. But this is a reversible hat, so I did have to go in and go up the seam on both the inside and the outside. And a lot of the bucket hats, this one doesn't have an inside lining, but a lot do. So yeah, if you have one with an inside lining, you're gonna have to go up both seams with that. So to use the seam ripper, guys, again, I just use those side seams as my guide. You are just gonna put the seam ripper up in there. Can you see it? There we go. There you go, and just rip. That is why it's called a seam ripper. So for this, it's about 2 inches up the side of the seam. So I actually, on this side, I started a little bit, kind of went up, and then the rest came apart for me. So we're gonna finish up this side and the inside, and then we're gonna try this on Fisher to see how it looks. There is the outside seam done. Now onto the inside seam. Now this one has the Star Wars tag on it, so it does say to cut that off. Let's try to cut that off a little bit. I'm gonna leave the Star Wars tag, and hopefully that works out well. And yep, we're gonna do this seam now. And unfortunately, the Star Wars tag was inside the seam, so we lost the Star Wars tag, guys. But yep, got that side all the way open, so now we have 2 ear holes in our little Grogu bucket hat. And yeah, it looks awful right now, guys, but again, once it's on him, hopefully I can tuck that under, at least for now, until I can get some little glue there to stop the ends from fraying. And yeah, let's try this on Fisher and see how it looks. So here it is on Fisher, guys. That looks pretty cute, dude. Is it comfortable? Yeah, you like it? It is a little bit big of a hat. This was a toddler size hat. There's also infant size ones that work pretty well for him too. But going up the seams was the perfect way to do that. Now I just have to kind of fix up the seams so that they're not all frayed and that it doesn't fall apart on me. But yeah, overall that seam ripper worked pretty well. I didn't have to cut the extra little slash right there because this bucket hat has some give to it. So yeah, I didn't have to put any extra notches in it to make it fit over his ears. So we hope that answers the question on how to put ear holes in your bucket hats for your Grogu dolls. And yeah, I'll be doing some more in the future, so definitely stay tuned. There's a couple of different hats that I want to try, so yeah, stay tuned for those. But in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more awesome and totally rad things in the future, please subscribe to our channel and turn that notification bell on so you don't miss seeing us. And I guess there's only one thing left to say, right, little dude?
We'll see ya later.